All right. Blessings, blessing, blessing. Welcome back to Bigger Blog, where we learn the combination of foods that we can eat to keep our blood sugar down. You know, we have type 2 diabetes here, and our goal is to continuously find out what food we can eat and have a good meal and keep blood sugar down. You know, diabetes is the foundation of most sickness you're going to experience in life. A lot of people don't know that, but almost cancer of diabetes, headaches, pains in your body, almost anything you get, heart problems, comes out of diabetes because the foundation of the energy in your body. So you want to let your pancreas and your kidney rest well. By doing that, you will eat well, and if you're taking medicine, take your medicine. But eating supplements the medicine perfectly. And I've been able to maintain my blood sugar and keep my weight down, lose a lot of weight and keep it down. So I'm sharing, and today I'm gonna cook a meal that I think should be really, really good to keep maintaining blood sugar and be a very enjoyable meal. So today what I'm gonna cook, I had some lima beans I cooked yesterday, so I have enough to eat today. So I'm not gonna cook any more beans. And I'm going to supplement that today with some bok choy. It's bok choy. I have to wash this clean before I use it. And there's some napa cabbage. And then my seasonings will be red onion, white onion, garlic, tomatoes, jalapeno, some colored peppers, chive, a couple carrots, some celery. I have mushrooms gonna go with this beef patties. Gonna be mushroom and beef patty. And I have some sausage from Whole Foods. These are low processed sausage. They made it right at the Whole Foods store next door. So it doesn't mean stored and processed for many, many months. Very good. And I have some zucchini squash. I'm gonna cut these up and use these. And you see, and I have my black pepper and my salt and my fresh made home seasoning. So you see here, I'm not using any artificial seasoning, any powders or anything. Strictly fresh seasoning, which if you look them up on the internet, each of these has very good nutritious ingredients in it, and also blood pressure lowering ingredients in a lot of these things. They will not affect your blood sugar and your blood pressure sometimes. So this is the way I eat, and I wanted to show you all how I eat, how I prepare this meal today. I have to go and cut this stuff up and get it ready to cook. So I'll do that, but I want to give you a little treat today. What I'm going to do now today is, at the end of this video, I'm going to put in a vacation I had in the Bahamas where I was able to drive through a very exclusive neighborhood that is very difficult to get to drive through there, but I did, and share driving through with you guys, because you know we eat well to control the spikes so we can enjoy life. So I want to show you how controlling my spike, but we also enjoy life. So I'll give you a treat at the end. So watch the video to the end and enjoy that treat, okay? So right now I'm going to cut these up and get them ready to start cooking, okay? All right, so I've finished my cutting up. So here's all my onions and garlic and stuff cut up, and my tomatoes and stuff. That's good to go. My zucchini is cut up, and my bok choy and napa cabbage is cut up, and my meat is a little bit seasoned with my home seasoning, and my sausage ready to go. Now this is gonna cook with this. So it's gonna be a beef patty with mushrooms with some seasoning, and the sausage is gonna go with the zucchini and the cabbage and the bok choy. That's my menu, and I eat that with little beans, and this. This is what I'm gonna eat today, and it's gonna take me through nicely in a healthy, low blood sugar. All right. So as you see, I have everything ready to go. I have 2 pots. I'm gonna use 2 pots today. I have 2 pots already sizzling. So these pots hot. I don't know why people put oil in a pot. I put olive oil in a pot, but I put it to here. Shh, shh. That's what I like to hear. All right. So I'm going to throw some of my seasoning in this pot. You hear it? You hear it? That's why I put my seasoning. I want to hear that. You see? I want to hear that noise. Right? I might not use all of this, but that's why I'm going to hear my noise. And I usually let this cook for a little. Raise the stove a little high. This pot here can take a lot of heat. I can raise the stove as high as I want on this pot. This pot can go in the oven. It can go up to 500 degrees. A very good pot. You can grill in this pot and everything. And this is my deep pot for cooking things that need to cover down, need to be covered. You know. So usually I let this go for a couple minutes. Not too much. I don't want to burn anything. I usually raise stove high during this time. I want heat. I want it fast, 1 minute. Alright? I think I get some good heat in there already. That's the thing. So now, my sausage goes in this pot. It's gonna go with the I'm gonna go cook for a little while before I put the other stuff. And my mushrooms goes in this pot also. I don't like to, I use all the mushroom because mushroom will last, so I don't save it. Mushrooms doesn't raise the blood sugar either. Very good. It's very hot. And then I'm going to put my patties in this pot here with the mushrooms and the seed. Yep, baby. Yep. What about right here? Now this patty is going to let go a lot of grease. So this grease is going to take over this pot in a minute. Don't have to worry about that. Put that in the lower stove a little bit. Yep. I'm going to cover on that bad boy for a while. And this, I'm going to let this cook for a little bit before I add my other stuff. So I cook for about 2 or 3 minutes and I'm ready to add my other stuff. Alright, so this has been cooking a few minutes. And it's ready to go now. So this is ready, sausage is ready. So what I'm going to do now is just throw my zucchini and my stuff in here. Boom, like that. See that? This could be a nice tasty meal. And then I just put some of these in here because I don't want these to cook too long. These have to cook real quick. Like as soon as they warm up, they're good. So I'm not going to cook these here too long in here. Bok choy, the zucchini, and my thing. That's good right there. I'm going to steam that a little bit. So that's steam about a couple minutes. And if you look across here, you see all my stuff coming along. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And all my flavor is coming from the seasonings. All the tomatoes and onions and peppers and stuff. That's giving my flavor. I like black pepper and salt. I don't need a whole lot of other seasoning in here. That's it. Okay? And then this is going to go for a couple minutes. And it should be good. So let that simmer here for a minute or two and get it a couple more minutes. And this whole food should take maybe 20 minutes to cook. It's easy, good, healthy. All right, so let me let it simmer for a couple minutes and then right. All right, so it's been a couple minutes. Let me check on this here. Nice. Okay, good, it's ready to come out. This is coming out of the pot now. You don't want to overcook this. See, you want it to nice and crunchy. This is done. That's done. I get my pan. And I'm going to take this out. Nice and crunchy. Don't want to overcook at all. Simple food. Tasty. Healthy. Simple, tasty, healthy. And make sure you don't get no spike so you can enjoy life. There's a lot of food cook here, boy. I gotta eat this for a couple times. Well, I have my wife helping me eat, so she's not a big eater, but we're gonna make it go somehow or the other. Maybe my son might drop across for some food. Who knows? Alright. So that one he done, boom, that's gone. Take the stuff. That's two. The next pot, let's see what it look like. Yeah, that's what it's done to. Okay, good. See it's showing grease in the pot now. All the water is gone. I'm ready for this to come out here now. Put all mushroom. So this comes out now into my pot, into my pan. Mushroom and beef patty. Yep. Turn the stove off. This hand don't get hot at all, so I can do this. I want all the sauce. I want everything. I want everything. I want every little piece in here. This is it here. This is the finished product here. All right? And I'm going to eat that with this beans here. All right? So, this is it here. Food cooked. Ready to go. All right? So, the whole bottom line here is, you see, I don't have any recipes. Okay? I don't have any recipe. I just try different kind of food and I make up my recipe and I cook. So I don't have a recipe, but I tell you what the ingredients are and then you can do how you want to do. I just make this up, right? Because I know I try to find healthy ingredients to put in my food that will help me sustain. Because when I finish eat, my goal is to fast. Now I was talking to a friend of mine last night and here's the problem people have with this food, with food. You get 4 or 5 things that are good to eat for diabetics, right? And you eat all 5 of them and then you get a big spike. It doesn't mean they're good for you all together. It means good for you one, balanced with something good. And that's what I try to do. The carbs in this beans could spike my blood sugar up, but I'm matching it with the greens and the sausage and the beef and the mushroom. I don't expect for it to go over the 140 after an hour and a half. See? But if I add another carb in here, boom, that's it. So the idea is to understand how the food works. You balance one at a high sugar item with other non-sugar item. There may be other sugar items good for you, but not together. And that's the problem I was having. Eating good food, lots of it, and can't control blood sugar. Now what we're doing, we're mixing the food properly. We're combining the food properly to balance the eating, increase ability to fast with nutritious ingredients, and keeping the blood sugar low. That's the message I'm trying to get across to help as much pre-diabetic and diabetic people as possible. And if you're not diabetic, remember, still should eat like this so you avoid getting there. Okay? Get your blood sugar tested. Test before you eat, test after you eat it. If you're not testing every day because you're not diabetic, every year when you do your annual, get an A1C test. A1C will let you know where you are. If you're close, make sure and eat, make sure and start changing your eating. Because I'm telling you, it's a blessing for me. This is like a second life for me with all this. I thought I wasn't gonna make it to 60 and I'm 62. And I'm feeling good. I feel like in 92, you know? So I feel like I'm getting 92. All right? So blessings. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and sit down and enjoy this meal. I'm gonna take my blood sugar, test my blood sugar before I eat. And an hour and a half after, I'll test it again to let you know, did this food work as I expected? And should you try this? And I'll give it 1 to 5 stars, big old stars, okay? And I want to remind you one more time, I'm gonna come back and give you the results of the test. But remember, after the test, there can be a bonus video of us having a little fun, driving through a very exclusive area in the Bahamas that normally is very difficult to get in and drive and see those houses. But I was able to be in there and drive around and see the houses. And I'm gonna share it with you guys, all right? So you see, we control the spikes and I'm sure we enjoy life at the same time. I want you to do the same, no matter how simple it is. Make sure you eat good and have fun. So let me go ahead and have a meal and test and let you know how the things work out, okay? Okay, so now here's my plate, a beautiful plate, everything. And I already test my blood sugar. So before I eat, I'm gonna start at 105 before I eat. So I guess my body been producing sugar on its own. Go ahead and eating for a while, but it's 105. So an hour and a half, my goal is that I eat this food and I should be under 140. Because why I say 140, that's where a normal diabetic would be. I mean, a normal non-diabetic would be there. Someone who don't have diabetes, after an hour and a half, they'll be always under 140 or even way lower than that. But for a diabetic, under 180 is what they consider okay after an hour and a half. But I aiming and striving for perfection in the sense that I want my body to function like a normal person without diabetics. That's why my target is 140. And any food commission to get me under 140, I give it a big old 5-star plus. That's where I get my 5-star from. So let me see how it tastes so you can know. You can know. Watch my face. Even if food could taste so good without powder seasoning, garlic sauce on it, you could even be like, oh my God. Just onions and garlics and tomatoes and stuff have so much flavor. And you can taste the food. You're not tasting a whole pile of salt. You're tasting the real food. Oh my God. Woo, I mean, diabetics could eat good. When I tell you, I'm serious. I mean that. All right. So let me finish eat. I'll be back in an hour and a half. Cheers. To let you know how it works out. All right. Thank you. Fingers crossed. Bye. All right. Thanks for staying around for an hour and a half. You didn't really stay an hour and a half, I understand. But it's been an hour and a half since my food, my delicious meal. And now I test my blood sugar and I'll give it to you right away. 111. So you see, I was at 105 before I eat and 111 after an hour and a half. That's beautiful eating. That's beautiful eating. Look at my consistency and my blood sugar. If you look at my consistency, look at my last 2 or 3 eatings. That's what I'm doing. See? That's it. So this particular meal was, I'll show you again, 111 after and 105 before. That means that I'm sustaining good blood sugar, eating tasty, delicious food. And again, I want to reiterate one thing. I'll give you a good example here. Apples are good for you. Bananas are good for you. Berries are good for you. Oranges are good for you. They're all good for you. But if you eat an apple, a banana, orange, and a grape at the same time, they're not good for you. You see? So because food are good for you, doesn't mean you can eat all of them together. You see? You get the same spike as eating a bad food. So what I'm trying to do is say, understand the good food and pair them properly. You see, I had some carbohydrates with the beans, which is 29 grams of carbohydrates. But when I pair it with the squash and the Napa cabbage and the beef patties, it balances out really nicely. And I don't get that spike. So knowing individual foods that are good for you is one thing, but knowing how to combine them and effectively eat them together and get the full benefit is another. That's what I'm trying to get out. So know your combination, learn the combination of foods that work for you. That's what I'm doing. I'm testing before, I'm testing after. I'm mixing my combination correctly. So far, I have lost over 50 pounds. I have kept my weight down. I've enjoyed my life. I'm feeling good. I'm balancing my diabetes very well. That's the message I want to get across. Diabetes are very dangerous for your health. Very dangerous. Most dangerous you can think of having to use that right now, because later everything else. So I hope I'm helping. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe. You'll learn the kind of food I'm eating. You might see me cook a food or two. And now I'm also trying to add on a little extra bonus. So this one, don't forget, don't leave. Next video coming on right here is the bonus of me driving through an exclusive community in the Bahamas that you just can't get to go there like that. I was able to get in there and drive around and see those beautiful homes. So take it, sit back and relax and enjoy the bonus, all right? But don't forget your diabetes. Come on back and see what I'm eating next. Hope you enjoy that meal. And I say thank you very much. Subscribe, like the video, and it keeps me encouraged to continue fighting diabetes in this world. It's terrible. There's more diabetes in India and China than the whole US population. There's so many people with diabetes who say they don't have diabetes, who think they don't have it. And that's why I'm gonna keep fighting for this and I'll keep pushing it out, all right? So thank you. Enjoy the bonus, okay? Have fun, enjoy the Bahamas. You may not see it live, but you can see it on my Big O channel here, all right? Love you guys, take care. Blessings, bye.
You see this little stretch from where you run this way around here. See him how straight it in here? Wow. Massive. Look at that, man. Incredible.
Across the water over there.
Where?
Those houses on the water.
Where, over there?
Yeah.
That's on the Eastern Road. When you go past Monica, you're going up the Eastern Road. Straight up
okay.
to go over there to where we used to live.
Where you used to live.
Yeah, to go over the
okay.
next right. To get the money, to get the cool.